Hello and welcome everyone to another video and a live stream from Sim Aviator. And today, my friends, we are back for the Friday night operations into Miami. Welcome everyone to Havana, while going from one of the best cities to have fun to another, Miami. Couldn't be a better flight. Well, we do have some overcast weather here, but that shouldn't stop us from flying. So before I start the video, I'd like to make sure, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can check out the newer streams as they come out, and I have a Discord link in the description, and check out my Instagram as well. So let's get started. So we are at gate, where is that? Gate 11 in the Havana airport here in Cuba. So let's get into the cockpit, and as you can see, we are in the turnaround state right now, and we will start with the operations. So let's start the flight leg so people can start jumping into the cockpit, and the next thing we're gonna do is the fuel weight and balance. So we go to the payload and let's bring up the flight plan. Alright, so we have the flight plan here on your screens right now. Our payload for today, let's go all the way down here, and the payload is going to be 17 tons. So let's put that in here. Payload total 17.0. That's done, and also we need to put some fuel in. So our fuel requirement for today is going to be 6,350. So you always round up to the nearest 100. So we will go ahead and put in 6,400 kilograms of fuel, and let's call the fuel truck. So we can just verify here that our fuel is going up, and that should be enough. So, okay, hold on. Right, so we have that down. So we can, once the fuel refueling is complete, we can go ahead and input, activate, and execute. Well, looks like some issue with the streams. We should be back now. Are we? Yeah, we're back. We're back into the stream. Well, that's great. Okay, so we have that out of the window. Let's go to performance initialization, get the gross weights to populate, and put the planned fuel as 6.4 tons, which is planned for today. The reserves, if I go back to the flight plan, is gonna be alternate plus the final reserve. So it's 1843 plus 1100, so that's gonna be 1943. So we can put that as reserve here, and our cost index for today is gonna be 30 right here. Cost index is 30, so let's put that in. For some reason, the cruise altitude that it's suggesting for us is 252, but we're gonna go to what level? 350. Okay, cruise winds. So if we want to get the winds, we can go ahead and look at this. So it's 266 at 005. So let's quickly put that in. Might have lost the flight plan there. Okay, there we go. We have it back. So what was it? 266 at 005. Put it there. The top of climb temperature, go all the way down. Search for your top of climb. on the flight plan, and that's gonna be your outside air temperature. So that's minus 43. So minus 43. I could go in here, and now this page is complete. Let's go to the N1 limit. We're not gonna do a derated takeoff, neither a derated climb. So let's go ahead to the next page, the takeoff page. Flaps gonna be 5. The runway's fairly big here. And let's bring up the center of gravity and make sure we have the right trim here. So 4.5. Okay, we got our V speeds here, 137, 139, and 148. So let's put the V2 right here. 148. There we go. And since we don't have ATC here in Havana, we're definitely gonna have some ATC in Cuba. My goodness. We're definitely gonna have some ATC in Miami. And so we'll just set this to flight level 350 since we don't need to do a restricted climb. Actually, let me just confirm if we have. What we have here is 350. Yep, that is correct. So flight level 350 is there. And go back to the FMC. Go to the departures and arrival. Departure. Let's quickly check the weather. Alright, where do we have this? Okay, MUHA. And METAR. So 050 at 17 knots. That's crazy winds out there. So we're gonna take runway 06 since that's the closest to the winds. And our arrival for today, the SID for today is gonna be, where's the route? Okay, Farrack 4 and Canoa. So let's go to the next page. Oh wow, we don't have Farrack 4 here. Is it because we chose the runway route? Oh my goodness, so we're gonna have to end up taking off on runway 24. Sorry about that, guys. That was my bad with the flight planning. I don't know, or maybe it's something to do with Zibo, but that's all we have. So we're gonna have to use that and take off. Otherwise, we'll have to like redo the flight plan, and I don't want to be doing that on the live stream. So we have the departures in. Arrival is gonna be. Actually, you know what? We'll still end up taking off runway 06 and then vector ourselves to get back onto the route. So that should be good. Okay, Miami. Our arrival is DVOL 3. So let's like that, and then the Key West is gonna be our transition for today. And runway, obviously, once we get the ATC, we will go ahead and do that. But let's say the fuel, which is correct, and our FMC has been programmed. So let's go to the likes page and see we have everything. Yep, that looks correct. And let's turn on the flight directors here. And the VNAV and the LNAV. Okay, so there. What next? We're done with the flight plan. We don't need it anymore, so I'll take it out for you guys, and we can continue with the process here. And no one around us, so we will just push back. And for you guys to know, we are here, and that I believe is runway 6. I don't know if it's gonna be easy to see on the stream, but I think that amount of zoom should give it. That's the runway 6. So what we'll do is push back right there and taxi along this route there and get onto this taxiway here. and just go straight ahead to runway 06. Let me bring up the charts, easier to visualize that way. So let's go to Avitab, charts, and I'm gonna have to go up and go back in. So now we have the correct charts. Okay, let's zoom in. So that's runway 06 right here, and we are somewhere around here. So what we'll do, or maybe we're even here. Let's reference that for simplicity. Oh yeah, we are definitely here. Then we'll be able to take the Delta to the Alpha, and we'll keep taxiing straight and get to the end of the runway. So with that said, let's call for a better pushback. Ground services. Oh, before that, let's turn on the APU. And now let's call the ground services better pushback. Request pushback.
Ground copy. Please show me where you want to go.
Alright, so we have that Cuban accent there, which is fun to hear.
Ground copy. Tau is driving up.
Okay, so the Tau is driving up. There it is. We see it coming. Meanwhile, let's keep the anti-skid to off for now, and then we can put it onto RTO. So, nothing much to do at this point, except look at this bad boy right here. Oh man, this did not close our doors because we don't have our beacon light on, so let's make sure we turn on the beacon light.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, go ahead and connect. Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding door is now closed. Flight attendants prepare doors for departure. Crash check, verify staff, stand by for all call.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
There we go, the doors are closed. And how long is this guy go? He is almost done connecting. Let's just wait, make sure the APU is turned on. We can move on to the
Tau
APU
connected.
power.
Bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, before we release the parking brakes, let's disconnect the GPU. And we can go ahead and release the parking brake now.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, so the packs can come off at this point. APU bleed can turn on. And now we should be able to turn on the engines. So right engines first. Let's get the engines there. And check the N2 go up. %, and the fuel can go in.
We'll be back.
Let's go back. And the right engine has started, so we can go ahead and start the left engine here. Again, look for the N2. %, and let's bring the fuel in.
There are
so many places to go in this world, and so many airlines that can take you there.
So we thank you.
For making the journey with us.
Thank you.
And now we'd like you to pay attention to the following safety video.
First, please fasten your seatbelt. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle and pull on the loose end of the strap to tighten. To open, lift up on the buckle.
We recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times, as turbulence can occur in
Operation complete.
As we
Hit
prepare
parking
to
brake.
take off, please be sure your seat back.
Set the parking brakes and wait for him to disconnect.
Tinto.
Now we have both our engines on, so we can turn on the probe heats here, yaw damper, and we can switch to engine generators. And generator 2. Our cruise altitude for today is gonna be 35,000 feet, so set the pressurization to be correct. It is now, and since the engines are on, we can turn off the APU bleed and turn off the APU. Very good, no orange lights inside, so everything else is good. Let's check recall, it's correct. Let's go ahead and test, put this to RTO and test our flight controls.
Tower is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, hand signals on the right, and thank you for the pushback, and I'll see you next time. Let's check the ailerons, the rudder, ailerons fine, rudder again, and then the elevators. So the flight controls are good, and we are good to taxi now. So do we have the hand signal though? Oh, there it is. We have the hand signal, so we are okay to move. Let's turn on our taxi light and our runway turn-off lights. Let's also turn on the wing and it's dark, so we could keep the logo light on. It's not gonna harm anyway.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Cabin is secure and have a good flight. Thank you, flight attendants. So, before we forget, let's check the seatbelt signs on. And just chime so they know we are ready to take off. APU bleed is off. Let's turn the packs back to auto. And do we need anything else? Nope, we are good. We're ready for taxi, so taxi, just confirm taxi lights are on, runway turn-off lights are on, and we can begin to taxi. Release the parking brakes here. And start to move now. Give it some throttle. Get onto the taxi line here. And Havana traffic, American 210 taxiing to runway 06 via Delta and Alpha. So you make that call on the Unicom there. Slow down a bit for the turn. Still at 12 knots. took a longer turn there. And we're now on Delta, that's correct. And once we turn onto the taxiway, we will go with our takeoff flaps. Let's go for takeoff flaps there. Flaps are coming up. Make sure we're maintaining the center line here. Alright, the flaps are out. Flaps 5. Check here. It's correct. Get onto the center line again. Such a beautiful plane, 737 is, don't you guys think? That's a fairly long taxi we're doing, but that should be okay. If we had the runway 24, then we could have on the other side and the taxi would have been small, but at least we have a very long runway, so it's all worth it. Those are some... Oh, there's an Emirates here in the middle of nothing. What is it doing there? It looks like a 777 there. It is a 777. Let's look at its wheels there. Okay, let's look what plane that is. It definitely looks like a 777. And it is. You have the 3 wheels there to confirm that. And as we arrive to the end of the taxiway, let's go ahead and turn on the taxi light, the landing lights and the strobe lights. And 2,200 for IFR uncontrolled and TARA. Let's turn the clock on and auto throttles can be armed. I wasn't expecting it to take so long to taxi to the runway, but we're there. It's getting more overcast. It's not raining. That's good for us. Hey David, yeah, it looks like it was a 777. Yeah, almost onto Toga, man. Well, welcome to the stream though. Thank you so much for joining and hope you have fun. We're almost there on the active, so we're gonna do the Toga that you want very soon. We're just make sure we have RTO set. It is. And we are ready for takeoff. So guys, let's do a rolling takeoff here. We have everything we want. WNAV and LNAV are armed. Auto throttle is armed. And yep, initial altitude is set. Initial heading is not set, so let's quickly do it to the runway heading. We overshot that turn again. Onto the central line. Bring the throttles up to about 50%. Engine stable. Let's hit Toga. 80 knots checked.
80 knots.
V1 rotate.
Positive rate.
And let's gear up. Verified, and we'll pitch down to maintain the stream. Alright, so let's put it to heading select and select autopilot for now. So we're maintaining the runway heading, and then we can go ahead and choose the waypoint there. Let's zoom out a bit here. We can go direct Ferrac. So let's do that. Execute and engage LNAV back. We should be making the turn now. Direct Ferrac. The altitude we're gonna need to be at is 10,000. That's okay for us. For some reason, so I think Cuba has a transition altitude as 3,000 feet. David, how have you been doing, man? Got some time to fly? Or have been really busy? Let's turn off the retractables there. And the taxi light can come off, so can the runway turn off lights. Oh, that's great, man. I'll join your stream too, man. I am not doing anything much today, so I'll definitely stop by. Just send me a link, I'll be there. Great, you got some time to fly now. Alright, we are crossing the clouds now. Look at that, beautiful. into the clouds. Let's do a flyby here. And into the crab we go. Back into the cockpit. Don't want to cross 250 knots below 10,000 feet. If we go back to the progress page, we can check. Miami is 2318 Zulu, and we are 2235. So it's little less than 50 minutes. Should be there pretty soon, and hope to get some ATC there. And the ATC is supposed to start at 24. Oh, was it supposed to start at 24 or 23? I think 23. Yeah, it was supposed to start at 23. So we're definitely gonna get some ATC once we are in Miami's airspace. So at least that would be great. Beautiful views here in Cuba.
If you need to power your device, AC power outlets are located at
Bunch of
every
clouds
seat.
there, that's what you can expect over the ocean.
While you are seated, please keep your seatbelt fastened and visible to the crew when the seatbelt sign is on, as turbulence can happen unexpectedly. If you open an overhead compartment, use caution, as carry-on items may have shifted during takeoff.
Make sure everyone listens to the instructions, what the flight attendants give for a smooth flight. Raj says must. Raj, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much for dropping by. And we'll be landing soonish. About, let's say, 30-40 minutes. So if you're gonna stay up until that time, then I would suggest watch the stream and watch me land. Well, my previous landings haven't been good, but I hope to do good this time, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see how bad the winds are in Miami, so let's see. Let's see how it goes. Oh, for a moment, when it was like that, for a moment I thought this part right here is one of the doors that's open, so I'm like almost horrified there, like how did this happen? We're all good, all the doors are closed. And I like doing this. You see how the wheels are moving a little bit? I will just press the brakes and they'll stop and then they won't move again. That's a little fun thing I like to do with the Zibo, since the wheels are exposed, you can see what they're doing. Nothing much to do anyway on the flights. I'm probably planning to add some music to the cruise. But that way it's more interesting. And yeah, I just need to find some good music that I can play, in the royalty-free music. David says, "Are you using Vulkan?" Yes, I'm using Vulkan. And I'm on beta 16 right now, and honestly, it's flawless. I haven't updated to the 17. I'm planning to do it sometime this weekend, but I just wanted to get this flight in. But it's been fairly stable compared to the betas that were in single digits. But after 8, 9, I think after 10. It's just improving. It's getting close to the final product, final release for 11.5. So yeah, you should do that as well. No problems at all. Okay, just check everything correct. Engines are doing well. We're still climbing, so that explains the full throttle. I think from what I read from the notes, the release notes, the 17 is more of a VR fix. There are some general fixes as well, but it's more of a VR fix, and they're just trying to improve the VR experiences. That was like really buggy in the previous builds. But yeah, I mean, there's not much difference for us flat screen flyers, I would say, from 16 to 17. So yeah, I'm gonna update it soon, and it's good that now they're not breaking the betas now like they did with beta 5 or something. And I think there was one more beta that got taken back. Beta 14 or 13, I believe. But yeah, since I usually update my betas after reading some reviews, so if the reviews are bad, I'll just wait to see if it was fixed. If not, then I'll just stick to the beta that I am on. Well, I still see some cloud flickering right there. Oh, you did? Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't switch to Vulkan until recently. I know Ed did not. Ed just finally gave in to the Vulkan. And it's probably metal for him, but basically the betas, since he uses the MacBook, I don't know. I haven't updated the Zibo in a while. I heard not the last one, but the one before it, that was kind of broken. So I just haven't updated. I don't know if I'm on. Well, let me check if I can find out what version I'm on Zibo. It says somewhere. Oh, I think it says here. Okay, I'm on 3.42.19. Alright, yeah. I think Jose said he was on 3.20, 3.42.40. 3.42.20. And I'm on 19, but yeah, the recent ones have been broken, I guess. Okay, so we are approaching 35,000 feet. I just updated, but wait, oh yeah, I believe he hasn't updated to the most recent that came out like 2 or 3 days. I just asked him this morning, and he said he was on 11 point, I mean the 0.20 version. The best part of this flight is gonna be where, if it's not too cloudy, we're gonna get to see the true Earth, Florida true Earth, into Miami, which calls for a really scenic landing, I would say. So that's gonna be fun. I always like flying into the true Earth regions. Kinda flying out of those is just a lot of pain in terms of the loading times. It just takes forever to load. So I usually like flying into them, landing into some nice scenery. Well, we'll find out. We're getting close, I would say. Man, the shadows need to be fixed big time. And you know the funny part, David? It's like they had it in the known bugs column, or in their notes where it said known bugs, they had it like jagged shadows in the cockpit. And after the last few betas that came out, it's nowhere to be found. It was never fixed, and it's not anymore in the known bugs. I don't even know if they have the track of it. So the final release might still have these very ugly looking shadows. Look at all that thing. Hopefully they fix it, or I'll have to use a third-party fix. I'm just not using it because I know if X-Plane fixes it, it's gonna be much more better optimized than those third-party ones that claim to fix it. They all work good, but I just don't want any impact on my frame rates, any at all. So we're probably gonna cruise for about 40 miles. A little bit more than 40 miles, probably 50 miles, and then we'll start coming back down. That's what happens on short flights. You barely cruise. I see 6 people on the stream right now, and only 2 of them are chatting. Come say hi, let's have some chat. Just put anything, any questions you might have about Zibo, about X-Plane, any discussion. Put it onto the chat and we can discuss. Yeah, of course you are. I'm talking to the other people who are not chatting. I only saw like you and Raj. ETA. Oh, David, you know what? I think if you're trying to use the commands, I don't have them set up. I gotta have to figure that out. How to put the chat bot there. If you know it, let me know. I wanna really do that. This is gonna be really helpful. But for now, you can watch the top bar that will show you the ETE. I believe it's about 20 minutes. Well, that's not too far. Let's get into the cockpit and check. Alright, the top of the center is right there. Let's go ahead and configure the FMC for our V-speeds. So we go to the progress page. The fuel at Miami is going to be 4.1 and we're at 4.7 right now. So we're going to lose 0.6 tons of fuel. So go to init ref, subtract that from 64.9. So that's going to be 64. I'll go for 64.2.7 tons. So V-speeds for flaps 30 is going to be 147, and our final approach speed will be VREF plus 5. So we'll put 152. Let me go back, check if there's any ATC yet. Nope, we don't don't have anything yet. I could actually check on the internet to see if we have Miami come on. So I don't see it. They're supposed to come back in like, not come back, but come on in like about 10 minutes. So if they're not now, they should be when we're about to reach. Well, funny thing, X-Pilot disconnected me from VATSIM and we didn't have anything at all. So I think I am in Miami airspace already, so I'm gonna have to see. What center is this? Miami Center. Oh, but I don't know which one to contact. In fact, Miami Center is not yet online, but we do have Miami Approach, Miami Tower, and Miami Ground. Approaching our top of descent. We have the V speeds down, so that is good. We let's go auto brakes 1 for now, and let's put in the FMCR descent. So 350231. We can go all the way down to, I would say, 20,000 for now. So let's do that. Once we hit top of descent, the airplane should hopefully start descending by itself. Having said that, let's bring up the Habitat charts. The arrival chart here. And let's zoom in. So that's our Key West. That's where we're gonna join them. If you can see, we've already crossed that waypoint, so Cardinal and Duval. So what is this? That's Cardinal, so we are approaching here at Duval, and then we're gonna have, what is that? Beaver, Famine, and Dolphin. Beaver, Famine, and Dolphin. That's verified, so we have that information there, and then once we get a approach, we can put that into the charts here. The minimums for most airports, the radio minimums are usually 200 feet AGL. Oops. So let's just put that in and then change it if it's different. Oh, I hate this zooming. I gotta put that plug in where you can disable the scroll zoom. Okay, 125. We're approaching top of descent now as we do this. Let's bring it back a notch. across the top of the sand, and hopefully, there it is, the aircraft is starting to descend onto the VNAV path. So that's what it says, VNAV path here, and LNAV is also there, and the speed is managed by the FMC. And it says drag required, so let's give it some drag. Still haven't got any contact me's from Miami Center. Within anytime soon, we'll be in the approaches airspace, and as the time comes close to 2300 Zulu, we should expect full ATC. What on earth was that? My goodness, insane. Sudden weather changes always get you. Look at the beautiful water there. And the sun reflecting off it, amazing. Okay, there we go. We finally have the contact me. Miami South approach 120.5. So let's go ahead and do that. 120.5. Good evening, Miami approach American 210, descending 22,000 feet.
American 210, good evening, sir. Miami approach. Squawk 3631.
Are we transmitting? Or is it the same usual thing that happens?
1,000 to go.
Let me fix that real quick.
210, Miami approach, just confirm you got me 363.
Good evening, Miami approach American 210.
I think
For some reason,
did you get the 3631 for the squawk code?
sorry, what's the swak again? We missed that. American 210. (3631) American 210. 3631. There we go. We have the squawk now.
American 810, thank you, sir. Your radar contact 54 miles to the southwest of the Dolphin. You are Pleasantville 2060. For now, cross Weaver and maintain 10,000. Climb the altimeter 2995. Latest information is now expected. You can expect it 9.
Cross Weaver at or maintain 10,000, and we have the weather. We'll expect runway 9er, American 210. Okay, so let's go level change for now. Weaver needs to be at 10,000. Hey David, are you still here? Let's go to standard altimeter and confirm the altimeter again. We have the Miami ATIS information queue back and 299er5.
Maintain 5,000. Depart Fannin. Heading 065. Depart Fannin 065. Vectors for the Atlas approach. Descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000 and depart Famine at 065 American 210. Alright, so let's go to 5,000 here and press level change now. And we're gonna have to slow down a bit here. 250. Let's make sure the speed brake is still out, which it is. And famine will be at 065. Okay, so let's put in the runway. We are told to expect runway 9er, so arrival and ILS 9er, and we'll get radar vectors to the final. So go back to init ref, check the frequencies here, 110.9er and 092. So let's put that 110.9er. 0.9er. 124. Alright, I'm not gonna. Okay. Good evening, Miami approach American 210 with information queue back for runway 9er.
American 210, Miami approach. Good evening. Flight present heading descend and maintain 3,000 vectors for the visual runway 9 approach.
Present heading and descend and maintain 3,000 American 210. Let's go flaps 1. Intercept the localizer American 210 runway 9er. Alright, so approach mode is armed. Oh, is it supposed to be 092? Oh, it is supposed to be 092. Let's go, 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 get it, get it, get it, get it. 92. Let's get this. 92, come on, come on, okay. Hopefully, yep. We just made it in time. Interesting. Almost messed up on the course there. Thank you for this display that we got it right. And always double check, guys. Always double check. Don't do it like I do it. Make sure we have the correct altimeter. Oh, not that one. We're into intercepting the localizer.
American 210, the Miami Airport, 1 to 2 o'clock and 12 miles report site.
We have the airport inside American 210.
American 210, clear visual approach runway 9er.
Clear to visual runway 9er, American 210. Let's slow down. Let's slow down to our final approach speed, 152. Oh! We overshot the localizer. I have control.
Thousand to go.
American 210, contact Miami Tower 118.3. Good day.
118.3, good day. Miami Tower, American 210 for runway 9er.
American 210, good afternoon, 070 at 12, runway 9er, clear line.
Clear to land runway 9er, American 210. Alright, we have no clue. Absolutely no clue. We are high. We have no guidance there, and I don't even see the runway. Okay, this is gonna be insane. We're most likely we're gonna have to go around. Do we have the runway? Where is the runway, my friends? I think... What's going on? What's going on here? I have no clue what's going on. There's definitely... Oh, I see the runway now. Okay, we are a little too low. Let's go flaps 30. And I think now we should be able to make it now. We don't have the ILS, but we have the poppies. That should do the trick for us. My goodness, this has been dramatic. Yes, David, I'm almost there. I'm too scared now.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. French, altitude 7.
At least we found the runway here. Man, I thought this thing right here was the runway, but it was not. Okay, we are slightly high here. I don't know what's with the weather. Was the weather supposed to be like that here? I mean, it's usual Miami weather.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
What is up with all these textures here? I don't even see the center line.
50,
oh, there it is.
40, 30, 20, 10.
There we go. We'll take that landing. We'll take that landing. After all that happened on this approach, no localizer, we didn't know where the runway was. I will definitely take that.
And American 210, welcome to Miami. Left when able, contact ground 121.8 today.
Left when able and ground 121.8, American 210. Good day. Okay, let's turn on the next left here. Not this one, but the one after it. David, the 135 is probably too ambitious for me. I mean, I've done it, but, well, you saw how the approach was. Okay. Let's sit back and relax for a second. Let's turn on the APU and let's contact ground now. It's gonna be 121.8. Wow.
And American 14, 14, American 14, Miami Tower. That is back to your right. Hey, right, we'll give you a call right. American 12, 16, back to you. ATG 06, can you, what's your airline pick?
Alright, let's clean up. Ground American 210 cleared runway 9.
American 210, welcome to Miami, taxi via Tango. Taxi, are you going to the Delta Gate, sir?
Any gate is fine for us, American 210.
American 14, my apologies, contact Miami Tower 18.3, straight flight.
Alright, so... I think
American
we again...
10, if you're going to the Delta Gate.
Affirm, American 210.
Bingo, Papa, Whiskey, November, cross runway 12.
That's a long taxi. Can we park in the gates right in front of us, American 210?
Absolutely possible. Taxi via Tango, gate your choice.
Taxi via Tango gate of my choice, American 210. Thank you. Alright, let's continue the taxi. And what I believe is I messed up again is we landed with the speed brakes already out halfway. And this is the second time I've done this. Guilty as charged. But we're able to save the landing there, so that is good. That is definitely good. We will go ahead and watch some replays once we are at the gate.
Last aircraft calling Miami ground.
And we are crossing this runway here. What is that? What is going on with these textures here? My goodness.
We have information in Quebec and we're out of the way from that aircraft. Alright, American 373, thank you. Clearance request number 2.
Alright, let's turn off the landing lights and the strobe lights.
Alright, we'll wait for the American United 484. American 373, say again, please.
Okay, let's go into the gate right there.
Request number 2.
Need to watch the replay. I want to make sure I didn't... Oh my god, what is that?
Angel Flight didn't catch the number.
Angel Flight 9834, looking for higher flow to KRSW.
What's with his voice there? And I don't know, honestly, which line to follow. Completely messed up all the lines here. I have no clue what's happening here. The buildings are messed up. I think that's the problem with the beta here. It's with the Vulcan. Okay, I think we got this. We're gonna park on these green light line. There we go, let's check the parking brakes are on. We are set, APU is turned on and we can go to APU power. And let's cut out the engines. Well, that's the flight coming to an end here. We'll watch a couple replays and then we all can go. Alright, just give me a second while I disconnect from VATSIM and finish my flight. And then we can go ahead and watch the replays. And where is Sim Toolkit Pro? Complete flight. Okay. And we are good to go. Watch the replays now. Okay, let's go all the way back here. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure we landed with the speed brakes on. Yep, we did. Well, in that case, the landing of whatever 246 was good with the speed brakes there. David says, great stream. Thank you so much, David, for, you know, staying along with the stream and the support. Let's go a little bit ahead and watch it. Watch this thing land. Okay, let's try the tower view there first. I can't believe for the second time we landed with the speed brakes. There we go. Nice bit of flare coming in now. The runway markings were absolutely not there. We did well to maintain center line. Did we bounce there? Did we bounce there? I gotta see that again. Okay, there we go. Just a tiny bit of bounce. Okay, let's go back. Watch from the cockpit.
40, 30, 10.
We did well to maintain center line for sure. And a very good landing. Honestly, I loved the landing there. Let's do a flyby of this.
20.
Wait, pause, don't go ahead. Okay, I didn't know that does the air traffic control, but let's zoom in a bit and watch that landing. Nice touchdown there. Amazing touchdown. Let's do one more angle. Or actually, let's do this angle here. That was a beautiful landing. That was indeed a beautiful landing, I'm not gonna lie. I loved that landing, especially with what happened with the localizer and stuff on the stream. That was beautiful. Well, one thing is for sure, is that my practice after some horrible landings in the past has paid off. We'll have to see over the course of a few flights, but that's what I believe. Anyway guys, thank you everyone for those who joined the stream. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and stay in touch. There's a Discord link in the description, you can join that, and there's an Instagram page where I post amazing screenshots and landing videos. So be safe, good night, and have a good Friday everyone. I'll see you next time. Signing out, Sim Aviator.